How do you sew a true flat-felled seam on a single needle sewing machine? Here I'm going to show you a way to sew a true flat-felled seam on a Juki DDL-8700. First, lay your fabric right sides up, then overlap one of the pieces of fabric about half a seam allowance. Then insert it under the presser foot and sew straight down the center of those two pieces of fabric in that center seam location. This will be totally concealed inside the seam. In order to make a true flat-felled seam, we need to be able to have everything wrap around. So now I've cut it, and you can see on the other side that it's stitched through both of the overlapped pieces of fabric. Then just go ahead and fold it so you encase both pieces. The important thing is to make sure both of the raw edges are enclosed. Here you can see that both raw edges are enclosed fine. Now I'm ready to put this under the presser foot. If you start on the left-hand side here, you can sew and make sure you catch the raw edge underneath. Go ahead and sew straight down, catching all layers of fabric on the true flat-felled seam. When you get to the bottom of the seam, you can either backstitch, or here I'm going to make a box stitch by leaving the needle down, pivoting with the needle down, and then stitching a few times. I actually manually crank the wheel this time, then leave the needle down, pivot, drop your presser foot, and stitch all the way down the edge. Here you want to use the edge of the presser foot as a guide, so you have nice even stitching on your true flat-felled seam. When you get to the end, make sure you backstitch to secure everything, lift the presser foot, trim your threads, and then inspect your work. Here we can see that the flat-felled seam is gone through all layers of fabric, and we have two sets of stitching visible. The other method of a flat-felled seam shows three layers of stitching. So the advantage of this way is that you only have one layer of stitching, and aside from the extra step, it's no different than a true flat-felled seam on a double needle machine. Hopefully this helps you sew true flat-felled seams on a single needle sewing machine.